They say the world doesn't just spin, it folds. Moments overlap, memories blur, and sometimes, if you're paying attention, something else slips through. The Window series, the first book, 10 Cents to Elsewhere, is a story about those quiet shifts, the kind that start as whispers and end as awakenings. It's about the pull between what's real and what's remembered, and the strange connections that form when the ordinary world begins to bend. Step closer and listen carefully. Some windows don't open to let light in. They open to let you out. Prologue, The Window. The window wasn't a window at all, not in the way that city inhabitants understood. It had no signage, no threshold, and most never noticed it, though some slowed, not knowing why, when the air felt oddly still or when memory shifted sideways for no reason at all. It wasn't looking for attention, just alignment. It wasn't glass and frame, but a thinning of the veil, a place where the edges of here and elsewhere blurred. It had felt the city change countless times, from cobblestone streets, muddy tracks, to the crawl of traffic, and now pulsed like a sluggish heartbeat. It had watched the rise and fall of buildings, the flickering of gas lamps replaced by the cold hum of neon. It was a silent observer, a fixed point in a world of constant motion, patiently awaiting its completion. For decades, it had been dormant. The people who hurried past felt only a subtle unease, a sense of a slightly out of kilter, without ever truly perceiving the shimmer of what lay beyond. The window waited, a seed of creation holding its breath. It wasn't a conscious waiting. There were no calendars or clocks in its perception, only the slow turning of unseen wheels, the cosmic dance of tens. For the ancient knew, and the window remembered, 10 was the number of wholeness, the return to the one from which all sprang. But it felt the stirrings, the subtle shifts in the currents of fate. The window knew that something was about to happen. The first sign was a whisper, a ripple in the stillness. A young woman arrived in the city, her presence a quiet hum that resonated with the dormant power of the window. She carried an old coin on a necklace, a bronze disc that pulsed with the faint echo of the window's energy, a focus, a key. Then came the echoes, the whispers in metal, dimes appearing in unexpected places, each one a tiny fragment of the window's awareness. They carried dates and symbols, not as inscriptions, but as subtle vibrations, tugging on the threads of time and drawing certain souls closer, dime by dime. The window stirred, not with a grand awakening, but with a subtle flexing of its unseen muscles. It reached out, not with a voice, but with a pull, a gentle distortion of reality itself, seeking its divine purpose. It was time. The window was ready to open, to come into the light, to become the way, to fulfill its tenfold destiny.